Right, okay, this is part 2 of the Nighthawk build. We have the mount base for this unit. This particular one you will get in your kit to build the unit. This one has Picatinny weaver rails on both sides and top. You have 3 tightening nuts for when you put it on your scope. What we'll be doing here is showing you that you'll be needing, before you start anything else and putting it together, you will need to drill 4 holes. Now these 4 holes need to go what is called the rear. Obviously that's the front, this is the rear on a normal scope setup, but this particular unit is being built back to front because of the way it's configured. So this part of the mount, it will be the front from now on, and this part of the mount will be the rear. Now you've got to drill 4 holes. Now these 4 holes will help you adjust your ocular into a position where it's roughly central, so you don't have, when you build your crosshair on the screen, it's not positioned high left or low right, it's roughly in the center, so when you do zero your scope, you only have to adjust the crosshair slightly left, slightly right, and it won't put it miles out on the screen like some people have found in their builds in the past. Their crosshairs way over to the left or right and it looks absolutely ridiculous. Drilling these 4 holes will allow you to keep that ocular central to where your zero is roughly going to be. So you're going to drill these holes 5mm from the edge, and you're going to drill 2 in the top section. I've already done it for this purpose, so you can see there's 1 extra hole here and here. They're 5mm from the edge, and make sure you drill them to 4mm hole, and then get a tap and tap out so that you have a thread to 5mm. So you need a 5mm tap and a 4mm drill bit. Drill 4 holes. I've pre-done this one, so you have another one there and another one there. So there's your 4 holes, so you can adjust your scope. So that's what you need to do with the base part. Now the second part of the base part is you need to orientate this. These come in 2 sections. This will also be in your kit. This is the 3D printed design that I've come up with to fit all your parts for your build. We'll be going through it stage by stage, so don't worry about how daunting it might look. The first part you'll be needing to fit the base and slot it. It should fit perfectly into the base of the mount. Yeah, made the measure. Okay, now remember the tab part will stick out what's known as the rear part now, and that tab is designed to help you keep the rubber eye cup on, which I'll be showing you later how to do that. So now you've got your base in there. This is a good build part to help you get it all together. You can then build up from here, so it's better to show you the base. Fit that first and then build up as you go. I'm trying to make it as basic and as simple as I possibly can as we go along. Okay, so going on from the base section, what you want to do is, before you go any further, is you want to get your focus point. Now, you may have wanted to use one of your own scopes and cut up one of your own scopes, but you're not going to know the focus point from your camera to the very end lens. So the first thing you want to do is you want to take the front lens off of the camera you're using. This one is the Foxeer, and this particular Foxeer doesn't have the type of IR filter glass on the front of it, so I don't need to peel it off. But if you're using another camera, some of you do, because if you don't take the filter off the front, you won't be able to see at night. So you obviously don't need that lens because you're using the one on the end of here. So the first thing obviously you want to do is wire it all in so that you can view from a TV or some sort of screen before you start putting everything else together. This is made to measure, everything's perfectly aligned, so you just pop these here, and it's such a tight, snug fit. As you can see, there's no moving it once it's in there. I wanted to design it perfectly for the Foxeer. You can get other ones that will fit. You might need to file it down a little bit for other ones, but I think most of them are roughly about 35 millimeters, if I'm correct. Yeah, 36 millimeters. So they'll fit into there. So obviously you're going to want your wiring to plug into your camera, and then what you're going to want to do is lay your lens on the front. Make sure there's, in that direction, there's completely free of anything in the way, and so you can take a focus point. Now the first thing you're going to need to do is make sure this is at whatever yardage your point of aim is. Just pick something to focus on. If it's 25 yards away, then put your pointer on 25 yards. Connect in, look at your screen, and keep shuffling in and out to see where your perfect focus point is. Now you might not have cut this correctly, you might have had too much length off. You're always better to have too much and then start slowly cutting away and take too much off, because you can't put it back on. And then once you get your focus point, give a little reference mark so you know exactly where it's going to need to lay for when it's finalised. Okay? Once you've done that, unplug everything again and take it off. Now you know where your focus point is. And then start putting everything in. Okay, for the next part what we're going to do is wire in our little recorder so you can record whatever you're viewing. You get various different leads with it. The only ones you're going to need are the 2 4s and the 1 6. One with 6 cables and 2 with 4s. Pretty obvious which way round they go. If you're not quite sure, then follow your instructions, which are in this booklet here, and then plug them in like so. And then what you want to do is, this is orientated so that your memory card, you can access it from the outside. It's all made to fit rather snug, so it will all clip in just perfect. Just make sure you can see that you can actually get the card in there, not a problem. Okay, so there's all your wiring ready to wire in for your recorder. Okay, then we have screen. Make sure, because of the way the camera is orientated, the screen needs to go upside down, like so. It is the correct way up when using it, but the way it's orientated in the inside the VFC2 unit, it is actually upside down. So put it in upside down here. That should nicely click into the slot there. Okay, so as you can see, it's quite easy to fit together. You slowly build it up. Then we'll need the Foxeer connection. Obviously you have your little menu buttons. We won't need that right now, so all we'll do is just connect in here, like so. Okay, so we have everything connected. These later on will slot into there, and it has a little tiny kind of plug bucket that it sits into, so that when you're not using it, designed it when you're not using it, it doesn't get caught or tangled up, and it sits nicely in there, so it won't get damaged. Okay, there's that part there. Okay, so they're all in. Now, what we want to do is, for the next part, I'll be showing you what wires you're going to need to be soldering on here. This is obviously going to have to be removed, and then this will be slotted in that position right there. I'll be showing you that in the next part of the video. Part 2, I believe.